This assignment involves grabbing some data using an import HTML formula in Sheets. I don't know if I'd always use this, but it's just kind of fun to know that it exists, and you should be familiar with it. And so you're provided a blank spreadsheet in Google Classroom, and in A1 they want you to type in this code right here. This formula, import HTML, takes 3 arguments. One is the URL of the web page you want to go to grab the data, inside quotation marks. The next thing is that you're trying to find a table, and the third argument is which table. Well, this is the first one. This is what we want. And so if you just copy that and go to your spreadsheet here, I'm going to delete what I have here and maybe just get a new sheet up. And of course you'll have one that I'll given to you. So ignore that it's not named here. Give it a moment to load. I'm going to go to 200% so you can see what I'm doing. And so you paste in this formula, okay? And it's not happy. There it is. Now it's happy. And what it did is it used this import HTML formula to grab the first chart, or first data, or first table that's in this website. The website itself I could just look at real quickly, copy that, and if I came over to a new tab and just went to it, this is the web page the code went to, and it got the code from this first table right here. Okay, so that's what that code's doing. Now, unfortunately with this, you can't manipulate this data. So making a chart, removing the tag behind China, not good. So what you want to do is this is in the directions, you want to copy what's here. So there's the select all button that's above the 1, and you can do copy. And you grab a new sheet. And instead of a straight paste, you do paste special values only. It's Command Shift V. And if you notice now in A1, that formula is gone and you just have the actual data. This is the one you want to keep. So you can go back to sheet 1 and simply delete this one. And this is world population data. And we're primarily interested in columns A and columns E. Okay, these two right here. But we do need to fix some of the names here. And I'm not really good on regular expressions, so I'm not sure how to grab this whole chunk here, this left bracket, whatever letter's in here in the right bracket. If somebody's out there that knows how to do this, let me know. But here's what you're going to have to do by hand, unfortunately, is just delete those 3 letters, or 3 characters. And I think the next one is just right here. So I think it goes all the way to, letter X or something. But if you go to like row 100 and fixing up these bigger countries, that would be fine, okay? So let me hit enter on that, so it gets rid of that. Spain, of course, same thing. And they're in alphabetical order. And again, around S is about as far as you need to go. Another one that we'll do will have asterisks after the names. I can show you how to quickly get rid of that. Yeah, Somalia, definitely would you notice that missing on the map. Same thing with the Netherlands. So unfortunately, this is just a little data cleanup that you have to do. And you don't need to do all of them, but you should do the first 100 rows or so. Here on Hong Kong, China, I'd probably just take all that off and just leave Hong Kong. I'll stop when I get to the letter S. If you don't remove this, your geo map will not render these countries. Q, R, S, and I'll stop at S. Kosovo. Okay, so going back to the top, Command up arrow. I really am looking at column A, I want a chart, and column E. If you hold down the control key on a Chromebook or the command key on a Macintosh, you can highlight like this, non-adjacent columns. It is already sorted by population, so I don't need to do that. And let's just make a chart. This would be a geomap chart of the world. All right, so I'm going to zoom out a bit. None of this should be really new to you. Something like that will suffice. There's kids that do much better with color than I do. Move it to its own sheet. And the United States is third, I believe, in this list. We're the third largest country in population. So we could just give me that information. So what you want to do is copy this chart. And you're going to place this into your slide file that was provided. I'll have to make one here real quick. Paste in the chart. Tell us what this is a chart about. This is UN estimates. And gussy this up a little bit. Then we also needed to get the URL of where this information came from. Actually, these numbers here came from the World Population Prospects, WPP. And if you just highlight this URL, that's where these numbers originated from. But I was just showing you where it was in Wikipedia just so you could try that little trick of the formula. It's kind of fun. So this would be where the source is. So please list that. And if you want to, you can, Command, is it Command Shift left arrow? Goes too far. Command K, make it a link. And just tell us like maybe one fact about this. And so we don't need multiple slides here. We just need one factoid thrown on here for the purposes of this exercise. So I want, what do I want? I want shapes. And I want to call out specifically. Let's try that one more time. Insert, shape, call out, this guy. Yay. Maybe say something like America is the third largest country. And make it nice and big and readable. Something like that would be acceptable for the first chart. We're looking for see what I say in the classroom in terms of how many charts, depending on what grade you're in, anywhere from 4 to 8. If you're an 8th grader, certainly looking for 8 for sure. Alrighty, so that's one of the 8, and you can do research on anything that you'd like. I have suggestions on others here. Starting in part 2, this is life expectancy using that methodology. There's incarceration rate by country. Which countries put most of their people, or the most people in jail? Not raw numbers, but per 100,000 people. You could also do that by state as well. Let's tackle that one. So I'll do one more of these to give you an idea. Again, it's an import statement that's being generating this code here. So you first have to copy it and then go to a new sheet. Do this over here and paste this in, but with the shift key down. It's Command Shift V, values only. And then if you look at A1, that should just be a word, not that import statement. Okay. We don't need these three for sure. Alrighty, this looks like an order of number of people in prison. No, it's not. It's by rate. Let's make these wide enough so I can read their headers. Okay, I would probably want to do adults. Okay, and this is per 100,000 people, and that way you can compare different sizes of states. You'll notice most of these have asterisks after them. That's not good. If you click on the letter A and go to Edit, Find and Replace, it's Command Shift H. You can say, hey, you know that asterisk? So I put an asterisk under Find. Leave this empty and hit Replace All. And it changed 49 instances of that. I want A and I want C. All right. This, again, is a geomap. You'll notice it defaults to the world. You have to go to Customize Geo Region and change that to United States. And mess with the colors a bit. This is incarceration. Let's see. That one's real dark. We'll do a little bit lighter. And then this one will be the lightest of them all. And you get a pretty good idea that the South is where it is. It incarcerates more of its people. Oklahoma being the worst, so I'll probably just identify that. Or excuse me, Louisiana being the worst. My bad. 218. Well, if I actually sort by this, it's Oklahoma. Check this out. So if I highlight everything, data, sort range, advanced range sorting options, and have a header row, I want to sort by that one. That's the adults, Z to A. Yeah, Oklahoma is the worst because we're categorizing this column and this column. So I sorted by this column. That's why Oklahoma is the worst. So let's move it to its own sheet. Or we really don't even need to do that. I can just say copy chart, come over here. What I tend to do is just duplicate the existing one. That way I can just delete that chart, paste this chart in, send it to the back, order send to back, and make it nice and big. And then it's just a matter of changing the insides here. So this is incarceration rate by state. By state. Don't know where that data's from yet. I'll just get rid of this for now. Oklahoma. And point out Oklahoma. And I just need one factoid here, so that would be fine. If you prefer, you can do it like that. With Louisiana a close second. And I need anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 of these different ones. Let's find out where this data came from before I get too crazy here. This was incarceration rate. And let's go see where I got that in the directions. There's the actual website itself where the formula went and got that first table. So let's just go there. And where are they getting this information? Well, it's from the Department of Justice. But if you look at this chart, if you click on that number 1 and then click on this number 1, this is where this data came from. All right. So if you just copy this, we're fine and dandy. Okay. This is a government site. And this is what we'd want to see on your slideshow. So down here, I would do a source. It's already here, excuse me. And I would just paste that in. Command K will turn it into a link. And something like this would definitely suffice. Okay. So again, I'm looking from 4 to 8 of these. If you go to the directions, there's other sample things you could do. You could do your own research. This one isn't even a geomap. This just lists the top 20 countries of military spending. You could use the same formula as before using that. And it's kind of interesting to see that, of course, the United States spends a lot more on military than most other countries. In fact, the next 10 or so combined. Gross domestic product would be fine. There's other things out there. If you are stuck on ideas, let me know. And that's the assignment. Thank you very much.